Welcome back everyone to another flashlight video. This time Brinyte was kind enough to send us the E18 Pheme here. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that last part correctly, as I'm not sure as how it's pronounced in Mandarin or Chinese. So for the rest of this video, I'm just going to call it the Brinyte E18. Went ahead and unboxed everything to save time here in the video. So before we go through all this stuff, and next we'll get to the specs, but let's take a quick look at the box itself. So the E18, side of the box, and the back of the box. This is a 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery flashlight, and they do provide the 18650 lithium-ion battery, which I'll show later when we go through more of the specs of the flashlight. But to save time, I went ahead and took it out of the box that comes in shipping. This is to prevent it from operating or any issues when it's shipped to you. Let's see what else you get here. You do get a nice lanyard. It does say Brinyte on it, and it is adjustable. One note though, I have large hands, and I can just barely get this over my hand to my wrist. So people that have large hands or maybe extra large hands, this might be an issue for you. So I note hopefully to Brinyte that they will start making their lanyards slightly bigger for their other clients outside of China, like the US or Europe. So hopefully they'll start doing that. But I do have, like I said, large hands. I can fit it on there. It's just tight to get it over my hand to my wrist. So just an FYI there. This is USB-C rechargeable. They do provide you a USB-C recharging cable. You do get 2 spare O-rings. You get the warranty registration card. It is a 3-year warranty period. And you also get the user manual. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the user manual on screen here. And there are 2 sides to the user manual, so I'm going to go ahead and put the first side on the screen, which you should be seeing now. And I'll take a moment, so if you want to pause it or take a screenshot, you can. And now I'll put the second side of the user manual on the screen. So same thing, you can go ahead and pause the video and take a screenshot or what have you if you want to read more detail on the flashlight's manual. So there you go. With that said, I'm going to move these things aside, and we'll take a closer look at the flashlight, and we'll go through all the specs of the flashlight. So the Brinyte E18, got some nice blue around the side switch and around the bezel, so very nice there. All right, as I said, Brinyte calls this a smart portable multi-function EDC flashlight. So with all the features, you can use it in various ways. This is made out of an aircraft-grade aluminum, high-strength aluminum, an AL6061T6 for you techies out there. It is Type 3 hard military anodized for an anti-abrasive finish. The tail cap on this is magnetic, so you can attach this to metal objects. So very nice there. And since we're talking about the tail cap, I wanted to go ahead and show you where the lanyard attaches, which is right here on the side. My autofocus will be nice there. I like that because that way the lanyard won't interfere if you have to tail stand this, if you want to use it as a lantern in case you lose power or something. And same thing if you're attaching it to something that will stick to with a magnet, the lanyard won't be in your way. So I like that. So I just thought I'd point that out there to you. Has a 2-way clip on it, as you can see, so you can clip it to all kinds of things, your pocket, backpack, possibly your ball cap. So very good there. You also have this nice knurling on here, as you can see. It's got a really nice design. It is grippy. It's smooth and grippy at the same time, if that makes sense. But it looks smooth. It feels a bit smooth, but it is grippy. They call this the polygonal knurling. So you have the polygonal knurling on the side of the housing and also on the tail cap to give you the grip when you want to take the tail cap off to take the battery in and out. So very good there. This is packed with a lot of safety features. So you have overcharge, over discharge, overheat protection, and you also have reverse polarity protection. So should you accidentally put the battery in backwards, you will not fry the components in the flashlight. Always nice to have that. As I said in previous videos, I had a laser or I put the battery in the wrong way, fried the laser, no longer worked. So always like that when you have that reverse polarity protection feature in a flashlight, whether it's electronic or mechanical, is always really nice. As I said, this is powered by an 18650 lithium-ion battery, which of course is rechargeable. And I'll go ahead and show you the battery that Brinyte provides with the flashlight. So this is the Brinyte 18650 lithium-ion battery. It has 3,000 milliamp hours of capacity. So very nice. It is a button top. And while we have tail cap out, let's take a look at the tail cap with the spring. And then if you can get this, if you can see inside here. So that's the inside of the light. Sorry, I know that's kind of dark to see you down there, but let's go ahead and put this back in the flashlight. And we'll continue talking about the E18 here. And once you get it started, it does thread on very smoothly. So, and that knurling is really nice. The polygonal knurling is really nice and grippy. So very good. All right, so this does have a battery level indicator. And so like I said, this is USB-C rechargeable. So let me go ahead and show you the door on that. So the door is right here, a little flap there. So while charging it, you do have that LED indicator, which I just showed you. And let's see if this goes back on snugly like it should. If I got it lined up right. Yeah, there we go. Just got it lined up right, and then it's in there pretty good. And it doesn't pop out if I just rub across it like that, so that's good. So it is in there snug. You just got to line it right and then give it a nice firm press, and you should be good to go. So like I said here, you do have a battery level indicator. This is also used when you're charging a flashlight with the USB-C cable. And so that light will be red when charging, and it will turn green when fully charged. And now when you're operating the flashlight, it will also tell you the battery level the whole time you're operating the flashlight. This light does stay on while you're operating the flashlight. Now, as you see, it's green right now, so green means your battery is between about 30 and 100%. If it's solid red, your battery is between 10 and 30%. And if it's flashing red, your battery is less than 10%. And you probably need to recharge or replace that battery before continued use. So it is really nice while you're operating the flashlight. One, you have the light there to show you exactly where your battery is at, so you don't get caught off guard that your battery dies on you and your flashlight goes out. You'll have a warning. And also this helps you, this is a black flashlight, so at night it will help you find the side switch here to operate the flashlight. So that's a really nice feature. I do like that on modern flashlights. You do have what they call a efficient constant current circuit for consistent brightness. Like I said in previous videos, some of the older flashlights, and I'm not talking about Brinyte in particular, I'm just talking LED flashlights in general, the LED would have this flickering going on. So they put this constant current circuit in there to keep a nice steady beam and an output on the flashlight, so that's really nice. Some of you that have been in flashlights a long time will know exactly what I'm talking about there, so very good. This does have mode memory. Most likely not in the special modes, but just in the normal modes, which we'll go through here shortly. You do have also a nice feature on this flashlight for an EDC flashlight. You have fast access to turbo, strobe, and SOS, and we will cover that in the UI coming up here shortly. And another nice feature, while you're charging the light, you can actually operate it in moonlight, low, or medium. And so let's go ahead and talk about the specs and the outputs on this flashlight. And I'll put it here on the screen here for you. So in moonlight, it's 5 lumens for 220 hours approximately. Low is rated at 35 lumens for 40 hours. Medium is 115 lumens for 13.5 hours. High, 450 lumens for 2.6 hours. And turbo, you'll see a range there, 1200 lumens to 550 lumens, and 2 minutes to 110 minutes. Most likely, as I said, this does have overheat protection, so once the flashlight starts to get hot, it's going to drop down, and most likely it looks like it's going to drop down to about 550 lumens from the 1200, according to the chart here. And so there you go there. As I said, you have strobe and SOS on this flashlight, so strobe is rated at 1200 lumens, which is nice. I always like when the strobe and the turbo are the same outputs. SOS does drop down a bit to 200 lumens. So your max throw on this flashlight is 220 meters, and your max intensity is 12,500 candela. So very good there. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set up for the UI, and you'll have that coming up next before we go outside for the beam shots. Okay, the UI, or the user interface here on the Brinyte E18. So it's got a really simple user interface, so that's really nice. So it should be pretty easy to remember for most people. To turn it on and off, just simply one click turns it on. You're going to start out in Moon or whatever last mode you had, because it does have memory. But here we're going to start out in Moon. So you hold the switch down to cycle to the next one. So this is Moonlight, Low, Medium, High, and Turbo. And then back to Moonlight. So let's raise it up a little bit. We'll turn it off just to make sure it has mode memory. Sure enough, it does. Goes into Turbo, back to Moon. And to turn it off, you just simply click the button once, turns it off. Now, as I said this earlier in the video in the specs, this does have what you call instant turbo. You can do this from off or on. So right now the flashlight's off, so double click, instantly into turbo, 1200 lumens. Click again, it'll just turn off. Let's turn it on, we'll put it in a lower mode. And double click when it's on, jumps you instantly into turbo. So you got two quick ways to get into turbo from either off or on. So I like that. If you click it, it will just turn off. And it does remember that you were in turbo last time, so not sure what happened there. Okay, now we're back to Moonlight. All right, for strobe and SOS, and you can do this from on or off. So we're going to do it from off. So this is a strobe warning for everyone, so just be aware of that. So we're going to triple click. And there you go, we got a nice strobe there. It's very bright. Remember, the camera will auto adjust for brightness. And to go to SOS, you're going to triple click again. Now you're in SOS. Remember, SOS drops down to 200 lumens. And click it again, and you exit that mode. And if you just turn it back on again, it's going back to your lowest, your last mode, which for us was Moonlight. So very good there. This does have a lock mode as well. So while off, you're going to press the side switch 5 times. So let me do that now. And you're going to see that flash. That means you've entered lock mode. And if we hit the switch again, it doesn't do anything. Okay? Doesn't do anything. If you hold it down, doesn't do anything. So to exit lock mode, go back to be able to use to operate the flashlight, you're going to click it again 5 times. Let me try that again. Hold on. Maybe I'm not clicking it fast enough. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Well, it's telling me it's in lockout. Okay. No, it clicked. Sorry, it double flashed to let me know it was exiting lockout, and now we're back to normal mode. So that's how you do it. Sorry about the little mishap there, but anyway, for lock mode, you just, while it's off, you click the side switch 5 times to activate it, and to deactivate it, you click it again for 5 times. So fairly simple. So with all that said, we're gonna go ahead and take the E18 out here into the dark. Just gotta wait for the sun to set, and we'll see how this EDC flashlight from Brinyte does outside in the dark. So stay tuned for that next. Okay, the sun has finally fallen here in Florida, and it's nighttime, so we are outside here with the Brinyte E18 EDC flashlight. And I gotta kind of hurry up, guys, here, so I apologize. I do have a thunderstorm rolling in on me, and I do have lightning around me, and the bugs are eating me alive, but welcome to Florida, right? Even though it's September. All right, so we're gonna go start out in the lowest mode, which is Moonlight, 5 lumens. And I can just make out the bird bass there. Those bird bass are about 40 feet from me. So, and I can see it makes it all the way out to the tree line. I can actually see the stump out there, but it's just the camera's not going to pick it up. But this would definitely be very useful for light discipline in a familiar area outside or inside a house, or maybe for reading or something like this. So pretty good. Let's bump it up here to the next output level, which is low, 35 lumens. So this is 35 lumens, definitely making out that bird bath. You just see the tree stump out there, so doing really well. So it's probably going to be an good overall beam with a good amount of spill and throw. I do like that the side switch is illuminated when the flashlight's on, so it's easy to find in the dark. Let's go ahead and bump it up again. This is medium, 115 lumens. Again, doing really well. You are definitely seeing the tree line out there and the tree stump, which you couldn't quite see earlier, but I could just couldn't pick it up on the camera. Let's bump it up to high. Hold on. Okay, that was my bad. All right, high, 450 lumens. See the tree stump out there really well. And again, a good hot spot in the middle and a decent amount of spill. So again, a good overall around beam. A good overall beam. This is turbo. This is 1200 lumens. Doing really well. Let me take a walk out there for you guys. Hope I don't get struck by lightning. All right, hopefully that came out pretty good on camera. Sorry about my security light. That's the one I have trouble turning on and off, so apologize for it coming on there, but you should have seen how well the Brinyte E18 flashlight does here out in the dark. So I want to say, again, a big thank you to Brinyte for sending out the E18 to show here on the channel. There will be links and possibly some discount codes or coupons in the description, so please be sure to check that out if you wish. And guys, thanks again for joining me for another video. I wish to say thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And happy lumens, guys. Take care.
Darling, I've been tempted by the darkness.